This popular golf course is in Sydney, Australia. Though its grounds are beautifully kept, along the perimeter fence there is an invader. Native to Peru, Moth Vine is an aggressive climber with creamy white flowers. It also produces large seed pods, and we want to tell you about these because they are bad news. We bought a seed pod home, and after 3 weeks it is splitting open. The seeds are brown to black, and each one has white gossamer filaments attached that act as sails. You can see the vast number of seeds bedded down, just waiting to be dried out and blown to the four corners of the earth. And this shows why moth vine has such terrible weed potential. Once the seed lodges, the filaments detach and the seed begins to grow vigorously. Hundreds of seeds have taken root under the leaf litter in this forest.
Here is a moth vine growing in the bush on a casuarina tree. We can identify it by its leaves, which are long-shaped and opposite on the stem. Here is the flower, which comes in late summer, and here we have a pod which begins growing in late summer or most of the year.
We've cleared away some of the vegetation so we can follow the stem down and locate the root.
These roots are too big to be pulled out of the ground. We shall have to dig these out.
It's important to get all parts of the roots out of the ground in case they reshoot. Also, we'll put the stemmed roots up in a tree just in case they reshoot into the ground.
Well, that's killed the vine, but now Lynn has to deal with the pods when they're high up in the tree. She'll grab hold of any hanging vines that she can find and pull them down to pluck the pods. And she'll place the pods in a bag or some other receptacle.
Another characteristic of this plant is the sticky white sap. So we wear gloves to avoid getting that sap onto us.
I'll use my extendable tree pruner, and it's got a handy hook on it to pull the stems down. That's it. I've got the lot. I'll tie the bag off and put the whole lot in the garbage.
Another way to kill a moth vine is by using the scrape and paint method. Using a strong glyphosate mixture, 360 grams per litre, I put it into a hairdry applicator bottle to apply. You can also use a small tin with a paintbrush. Using a knife, I scrape into the cambium layer, that is the green layer just under the bark.
So the poison is carried down to the root to kill the entire plant.
Wear rubber gloves for protection. Carefully follow all instructions on the glyphosate label. Take care not to spill glyphosate for the sake of creatures like frogs, fish and birds.